What's up, D-Man? How are you? Are you guys good? Are you good? All right. I could not be more excited to be here with you. It has been a very busy day yesterday for those of you who were at the award ceremony. I hope you enjoyed it. I thought it was a fabulous event. What you guys don't know is I flew in that morning, did an hour rehearsal, then did a 3-hour session, did another hour keynote for 10,000 people at a different event, and then came and did 2.5 hours of my best to make sure that you had an amazing time. Woo! And we're gonna do the exact same thing for you over the next 2 days that I'll be hosting. Just to give you guys a little bit of why I'm here. So first of all, I usually do a talk on hackonomy, how do you create value by breaking things. I'm doing that tomorrow. But to give you my resume, I used to be Chief Media and E-commerce Officer of a tiny company called Bonin Bough Mon International, which used to be Kraft Foods, largest snack food company in the world that had some of the most beloved brands, Oreos, Wheat Thins, Cadbury, Trident, Toblerone, Stride, you name it. My job was to buy our $3 billion of media globally. I was the 7th largest media buyer in the world, as well as to build our e-commerce business, which I took from $65 to $265 million in the 18 months that I ran it. The shifts that I made, moving from 3% spending in digital to 32% spending in digital, introduced $2 billion of top line net revenue and $300 million to the bottom line. So clearly I did my job as a media buyer. But my biggest job in the world was to inspire our organization to think different, to do the types of things that what we called fearless marketers would do, to break our process, to break our organization, but most of all, to break our thinking. And hopefully, that's what we will do over the next 2 days. You are some of the best marketers in the world. But the thing that we have to continue to do is remember that just because we accomplished something yesterday doesn't mean that with the changing consumer, we will be able to accomplish the same thing tomorrow unless we try harder. Before that, actually, most recently, I took a company called Sundial in 12 months from 200 to 300 million, and we just sold for a little under $1 billion to Unilever. Right now, I own a venture fund that invests in messaging tech, which I believe is the transformation of engagement right now. Before Mondelez, I did run digital globally for PepsiCo. Before that, I built 2 global digital agencies. So clearly I have a resume that, that is why I'm here today, but more importantly, because I've lived in your shoes. I understand your challenges, and so I'm excited about that. I also wrote a book called Text Me, 646-759-1837. And I text with over 60,000 people. The book is meant to be the Freakonomics of the mobile generation and looks at the untalked about and undiscussed impact that mobile's had on every single aspect of life, from dating to religion to parenting and more. It's 120 interviews with everybody from Dick Costello to Peter Guber, owner of the Dodgers and the Warriors, to Pharrell. But originally the book was supposed to be called Digilance. It was going to be a big book, and I wanted to find a publisher who would transform publishing with me. And we did, but then I was sitting in a coffee shop with a researcher and we realized we hadn't talked to enough people because the mobile phone has had so much impact on our life that we wanted to talk to more people about how it's changed their lives. So we decided to put our phone number on the cover, my phone number. And I ran back to the publisher and I said, guess what? We're gonna transform publishing by putting my phone number on the cover. And they said, no, you're not, get out. We didn't want to transform publishing, we lied to you. We just wanted to get your book deal. So we bought the book back, and now we've texted with over 50,000 people. The reason why I tell you that is if you go to textbonin.com, or if you text 646-759-1837, then I will give you a free digital copy of the book for being so gracious having me as our host. I then did a little show with LeBron James where we revitalized neighborhoods. But the most important work I think I've ever done was these type of events. Was sitting here with my peers, people who are rethinking and imagining the world. So as we go through today, I want to make sure that you spend the time talking to people, literally understanding where their heads are at, expanding your mindset, appreciating the amazing speakers that will be in front of you today, and hopefully taking that back and changing the world. So look, yesterday was a packed day of networking and learning, and an amazing evening of celebration to some of the best marketers in the world. Congratulations to all of you who took home Echo Awards. Let's give a huge round of applause, please. Yes. For those of you who saw me last night, you know that I like to keep the crowd engaged, so there's going to be a lot of hand clapping. Today will be another high energy day, filled with lots of idea sharing, learning, and networking.